Hello there, Samurai. It's DavinchyFX. Let's get straight into it. I trade market structure, session-based liquidity, point of interest, and I major in only 15-minute structure. Only 15-minute structure, no higher time frame bias. Only 15-minute structure. Intraday trade. So now I am marking out the market structure because market structure is the key to determining where the market is likely to go to now. So we want to know what is going on now because I trade reaction over prediction. So now I marked out my highs, I marked out my lows. So I'm trying to find my point of interest, which happens to be an order block. So I use order block for my point of interest at every point in time. So after marking out the highs at the low, I went down to the 1 hour time frame for a broader order block. So going down to the 1 hour time frame, I marked out my order block. Then I went back into my 15-minute time frame. So now my projection is price is bullish because price is creating higher highs and higher lows. So now after knowing where the market is going to, what I want to know is where am I to enter in with the markets when they give us a retracement. So after a break of structure, we need a retracement into a valid point of interest, which I already marked out now. So now price gives us a BUS to the upside. I marked out my POI, which happens to be an order block on the 1 hour time frame because I needed a very big order block so I can pinpoint where market is likely to react from when retracement starts to happen. So now that's for the Euro USD. So moving on to the USD CHF, which happens to be United States dollar and the Swiss franc. So now that's a 1:52 setup that I caught on last week Friday. Yeah, that's a 1:52 setup. So now coming back into the markets today in preparation of tomorrow. So I marked out my BUS to the downside, telling us the market is currently bearish. So now price took out the highs of the 15-minute structure, telling us that price flipped bullish. So I have been realizing for this week, price is flipping bullish and bearish, so you need to be very careful. So I trade only based on confirmation. If there is no confirmation, there is no entry. I am not an aggressive trader. I don't advise aggressive trading. Even if you miss out on setup, you need to be disciplined enough to stick to what you do. So confirmation will save you a lot from market flipping bullish and bearish and you getting trapped in the middle. So now after that, I went down to my 15-minute time frame, which after I marked out the 15-minute BUS to the downside, marking out my POI, then I'm trying to draw out my structure. So now from giving us a lower low, a lower high, then giving us another higher high, then price flipping bullish, then flipping back bearish. So after marking our point of interest, we're waiting for retracement into that zone. So if retracement happens into that zone, we are waiting for a 1 minute confirmation before we can sell. So without that, we cannot sell. We are not just selling aggressively blindly. We are selling with a precision and with focus. So now moving on to the next pair, Usdcad. So our Usdcad was formerly bullish also as USD CHF. Then it flipped bearish. So we are marking out our structure. So the first thing we do always is our structure, because the structure tells us where we are likely to go to next. So either it is bullish or bearish depending on context. So now price flip bearish. That's I'm marking out our change of character line, indicating that price flipped from bullish to bearish. So after marking out market structure, what we are looking for next is what? Our POI. So we need to know where is price likely to retrace into and giving us the next move, because after every BUS there is a retracement. After every BUS there needs to be a retracement. So we went down to the 1 hour time frame to look for a broader POI, because it was a little bit confusing on the 15 minutes. So most of the time, if I do not get a POI on the 15 minutes, I go down into the 30 minutes or even the 1 hour time frame to look for a valid POI. So I mark out my structure. Higher high, I am lower high, lower low, higher high. Lower high, then an higher high now, then giving us a change of character back to bearish. So we need price to retrace back into that zone to give us a sell. So after that, we are just waiting for price to retrace into that zone. If price retraces into that zone, we go down to our 1 minute time frame to give us a confirmation. So if you want to know what a confirmation is, just enter into the comment section and say what is a confirmation. So you need to know, you don't need to predict the market, you just want to know where or what is price telling you to do and what tag along with it. You don't need to predict. All you need to do is what you to react to whatever the market is going to. So in this YouTube channel, we choose reaction over prediction. You don't need to predict. You don't need to be the god at prediction. All you need to do is stick to your system, create a rule-based system, a valid. Okay, now you want to know if this is a valid BOS, if this is not a valid BOS, if this is a valid change of character, if this is not a valid, if this is just a sweep, or this is a valid BOS. You need to have a rule for whatever you are doing. So now, this is the gold, the XAUSD gold, which is popularly known as XAUSD. So now, after price give us a BOS on the 15-minute time frame, then price flipped bullish. Then now price is reacting from a bullish order block, which we marked on the 1 hour time frame. So after marking out the 1 hour time frame, we just went back into the 15-minute time frame. Then we are waiting for now. I trade session based liquidity. So now my orange boxes, are the Asian session. I just wait for London to sweep the low or either the high of Asia based on the contest. So in a bullish trend, I want London to sweep the lows of Asia before I wait for a 1 minute confirmation and buy. Then on a bearish trend, I wait for London to sweep the highs of Asia, then give me a confirmation, which happens to be a change of character on the smaller time frame for me to sell. So now, if I do not get that, I do not trade. So now I trade based on my system base. I don't just trade blindly. So now that is our structure. So tomorrow we are waiting for accumulation of Asia. We need a range of Asia. Then we only want to buy below Asia. We are not buying above Asia. So even if price plays out without sweeping the low of Asia, we are not entering into this trade. That's how sticking to your system and how disciplined the samurais needs to be. So now at that, this is our plan for tomorrow. Gold is solidly bullish. Yeah, and see you all soon.